February 1959, 9 experienced hikers entered the Ural Mountains in Soviet Russia. Days later, rescuers discovered their tent ripped open from the inside. The hikers had fled into sub-zero darkness barefoot. Some bodies were found frozen in the snow. Others suffered injuries compared to a car crash. One victim was missing her tongue. The Soviet investigation closed the case with a chilling explanation: a compelling unknown force. More than 60 years later, nobody fully agrees on what happened at Dyatlov Pass. The group consisted of young but highly experienced hikers and students from the Ural Polytechnic Institute. Their leader was Igor Dyatlov, an experienced outdoorsman respected by the entire group. The expedition was meant to test survival skills in some of the harshest winter conditions in the Soviet Union. The hikers carried cameras and journals, documenting the journey as they traveled deeper into the mountains. In the final photographs, they appear calm and confident. Nobody imagined these images would become the last record of their lives. As the group moved toward a mountain called Kholat Syakhl, conditions became increasingly brutal. In the local Mansi language, the name translates to Mountain of the Dead. When the hikers failed to return, search teams were sent into the mountains. What they discovered made little sense. The group's tent had been sliced open from the inside. Inside were warm clothes, boots, food, and supplies. Outside, barefoot footprints led away from the campsite and into the freezing darkness. Some tracks suggested the hikers had run in panic. Others appeared strangely calm. The first bodies were discovered beneath a cedar tree near the forest line. The victims had attempted to start a fire but eventually froze to death in the snow. As investigators searched deeper into the area, the mystery became even more disturbing. Several hikers suffered massive internal injuries, including crushed ribs and fractured skulls. Yet many of the bodies showed almost no external wounds. One victim was missing her tongue. Others were missing tissue around the eyes and face. Investigators compared the force of the injuries to a high-speed car crash, but no evidence of another person was ever discovered at the site. And if you reached this far, consider subscribing to the channel for more videos exploring history's darkest unanswered questions. Because the deeper investigators looked into Dyatlov Pass, the stranger the case became. Over the decades, countless theories have attempted to explain the Dyatlov Pass Incident. Some researchers believe an avalanche forced the hikers to flee the tent suddenly. Others suspect secret Soviet military experiments or weapons testing in the area. Strange orange lights were reportedly seen in the sky around the time of the incident. Another theory suggests powerful wind patterns created infrasound capable of causing panic and psychological distress. More extreme explanations involve paranormal activity or unknown creatures in the mountains. But none of these theories fully explain every detail of the case, especially the injuries. Today, the frozen mountain pass still carries the name of Igor Dyatlov and the hikers who died there. Official explanations have changed repeatedly over the years, yet the central mystery remains unsolved. Why would 9 experienced hikers abandon safety and run into deadly temperatures without proper clothing? What could frighten them badly enough to leave everything behind? More than 60 years later, Dyatlov Pass remains one of history's most terrifying unsolved mysteries. And perhaps the most disturbing part of the story is this: whatever happened on that mountain happened in complete silence.